Hello there, this is another video for this year's 2015 exam. Just a quick resource for the question, aspects of the landscape. Just before the video starts, I'm just going to show you this student's little GIF submission, which is where he animated several frames of his images that he developed on Photoshop into a bunch of really successful outcomes. They should have just shot past now, and it's just straight into the book. Here, just the title page, showing what the question is, very important for your first page, all about aspects of the landscape. Then going straight on to the next page here, we've got a couple of mood boards. They've been analysed and looking at sketchbook practice, that sort of thing here. Again, more mood boards that are relevant to the artist he's looking at that influence what his investigations would start like. Planning for location, what he's thinking about, how he's thinking about testing and what have you. And then straight into research. Looking at people like David Copythorne, also looking at Doug Aitken and Chad Hagen, hope I pronounced that right. Those guys use a lot of geometrics in their work, whether they're developing it with shape or whether they're looking at using objects that are geometrically based in their images. Then from that research, onto his first starting points. He's got his corrected ones on top that he's printed wallet size, and then the raw ones underneath printed contact size. These little flaps and hinges just show where he's analysed the images he's taken using the rule of thirds, and also using different sort of ways of thinking about images to analyse it, whether it's composition, space, visual elements. And again, another set here just to quickly show you. He's then took that idea of actually splitting the images up just that little bit further, and he's then used Photoshop just to add like little white lines to break up the space and look at different aspects like that. Then we're going on to a little Rubik's Cube that you might have seen at the start, and then what he's done with this is he's then put his images onto a Rubik's Cube to then take pictures from. If you can hear the scuttling in the background, it's just my rabbit Basil as he's coming to see me while I'm recording a video. Just as I turn the page, going on from the cross developments to actions and black and white developments here. And then from there, we've then got basically where he's then looked at triangular shapes and geometric shapes, which he's then used as a mask on Photoshop to then develop and put as layers in his images. Really clear how he's gone through, really good way of presenting. And you can see on the left hand side there where the shapes are then really starting to take place. Love these pages here where he then starts to collage them together, then just using different actions on Photoshop. Here he's splitting the images up, he's using those dividing lines to link back to what he was originally looking at. And then as we then move forward, he's then just recording again all of his developments and just little bits of explanation in what he's doing. These pages here where it's just one single shot just titled are really good to show the examiner just your sophistication with that pure image. No writing, no nothing else, save that for the evidence pages, but here showing clearly how good he is with that image. And then showing his best bits, which in this case, which he believed were his cube and his GIFs. These ones here are more developed, looking at a lot more complex geometrics there, that one that's just flew past. And this just explains his split image GIF projection, which I'll put at the progression, not projection, and the final piece GIFs, which are just going to follow in a second. That's the end of his workbook, and now just on to a couple of his A2 enlarged sheets. This one here clearly shows that link between the geometric shapes and his Rubik's Cube. Oh, these are the money sheets though, these are, hence the thumbs up. That shows the explanation of what he's done and how he's done it. Standalone starting points, that's what these next two are here, just showing his ability to capture really good compositions. And then these ones here are his printed final pieces, not just his animated ones, which were also submitted digitally for the examiner. This one here, that's the sort of like the ultimate sheet there. It's showing all the artist connections through from the start connection through to a montage, then through to either like layered or developed images in that way, with a bit of text on the other side explaining that full link. Probably the most important sheet you could do. And then these last two sheets here, that's just one of his little sort of like outcomes. And then this one here again showing the cube, the use of the hand, that sort of thing. These last few images here just before the video finishes just show that GIF projection. And really good series of work. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and be sure to check out my other A-level resources. Cheers, bye bye.